like try to control.
Okay, this sucks. Whoa! I just ate two
They attacked the man. They jumped on him. They were like,
two Big Macs, and the fucking recording thing on my computer
What really
ended.
was they all walked and stormed and held up traffic on Brooklyn Bridge.
So it's not a continual
Speech.
video,
Friends and
which sucks.
coworkers.
Balls,
We gotta stick together like
dirty monkey balls.
This is a time. This
I also
is
ate
what we need to do. Even if
that many
you're
fries.
you have to do this. Police.
I'm getting a little burpy-ish now. This is a bad angle for me. My phone keeps telling me to raise for better angle. But by God, if I've eaten two, I'm not stopping. And that really pisses me off. I wasn't paying enough. Ew, gross. I wasn't paying enough attention. And the damn thing stopped. So I've got four Big Macs with everything, large fry, large Coke.
And then
I've just finished two of them.
Kid Blake shows up.
No problem. Let's keep going. Oh, and I'm showing drunk history so you guys can learn things.
Dressed.
Whoa, they put a middle on the bottom.
And he has a wad of cash. And he's like, hey, it's not that bad. We should probably stop doing what we're doing.
That's what happens.
You know, we should respect the rules. We should go back
When
to our
you
lives. All is good.
Go to the
So the beret.
McDonald's on Colfax, which is not the fancy part of town.
I get it. You've been bought out. They bought you out. Like, look at you. And so they kicked Kid Blake out of the club. It was like, you are not cool. You're a scab and an asshole. And then Morris Cohen took over and said, we're not going to go down like
Scabby
that.
asshole? Are they talking about Blee's mom?
And so they were growing in numbers. More and more kids were joining the Newsboys strike. And it spread to like 14 different cities. And people weren't able to buy newspapers. And so finally these big wig men were like, we got to meet with these kids. So then,
Goddamn kids.
then they finally met with Morris Cohen, sat down and said, hey, what do you want? And the kids were like, you have to lower the price of the newspapers. And they said, we're not going to do that. And they said, okay, well then you at least need to buy back the papers that we don't sell. And they said, okay, we'll do that. And the kids were like, hurrah!
Hurrah!
You can't mess with us. We have figured it out. Da, 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 we win. It was
Socialism for the win.
wonderful
Yay!
time. Wonderful.
Not really
day.
socialism.
The Newsies united and created
I knew,
change.
I mentioned this in the other video, which you can't see because it fucking stopped. New
You haven't seen the movie Newsies.
new shampoo.
There's
Really
a
doing
lot
weird
of
things to the
things.
hair
How would you
here.
rank Newsies? Who
I
would you
would.
cast?
Oh God, I would cast. Oh my God, One Direction.
I'm hungry. Please. All right, I'm gonna go.
Jen
Please,
Kirkman.
don't around.
I love her. She rules.
No, you don't get any.
I want some.
I ordered this like days ago. Hello, I'm Jen Kirkman with a fun pillow. And today we're going to talk about the historical story of Nast, the political cartoonist, versus Tweed. So, William Tweed is known as Boss Tweed, and he was in with this group of guys dubbed Tammany Hall. So it's all these f***ing white guy, fat guy, Congress and they're like, we're all in bed, in the sack, whatever, up the ass of Boss Tweed. And people love
So I
it
think
because at Christmas
I mentioned
you get
earlier,
turkeys. Here's your turkey
again,
for people,
not gonna know that.
and this. And they're like,
Um,
oh, what's up
The worst
with
part about this
Nottingham?
is that I got shit to do later
So
today.
Thomas Nast was a political cartoonist for Harper's
What time is it?
Weekly. It wasn't like Garfield, it was like people take him seriously. Okay, so the New York Times in 1871
So in about 2
were
hours,
like, hey, we have
I've got
hard
the first of two back-to-back students,
that Tweed
where I'll be going
standing,
from like 4
money off the
until
bonds
7.
in the city, and he has
I gotta get a
put in
pause,
over
and then
$90
I have
million
band practice
in
from
debt.
8 to
The thing
midnight.
is, nobody read it.
After 4,
So now
4,
it's like,
I
okay,
could keep,
what
well,
else?
I don't want to say I could
And
keep
then
going.
you more
Don't know
fat
that yet.
white guys coming into our house,
I mean, I could keep
stealing
going,
our money.
but 4
So basically,
full Big Macs
Nast,
plus
you know,
large fry plus a
portrayed
large
him
Coke,
as like a
probably plenty,
monster.
you know, for today.
His editor was
And
like, what
tomorrow.
are you doing this week? And he's like, oh, are making
I am a bit
Tweed
belchy.
look like a jowl.
But I think that's more the
bag
soda.
of money,
Soda
you know,
pop,
under a
depending where you are.
top.
You call it soda or
So
pop
that
or
was
Coke.
when
Fuck all that. I call it soda pop, so I'm right wherever I am.
That
Or
was wait. Sorry, can I
or
start again?
wrong wherever I am.
That was wait. Hang on.
Either way.
So he's like, my constituents are poor. They don't care about the New York Times and all that bougie. My constituents don't know how to read. I'm not afraid of this article that
I worked in a
blatantly exposes what I
district like
did.
that. 50%
I'm
functional
concerned with
illiteracy.
these goddamn
Over
pictures.
50,000 people.
Because the pictures
Mine workers in
can tell
Kentucky.
a story a lot faster than all this wordy word can. So he
Political
calls
mailers
Nast,
did
and
not
he's
work.
like, I'll give you
Because I
$100
couldn't
grand
fucking read them.
if you stop with the cartoon. And Nast goes, all right, hang on, let me think about it. So Nast gets back on the phone with Tweed. He goes, hey, I want $500,000 to stop the cartoon. And Tweed immediately is like, okay. And then Nast's like, dude, it's like, no, at no price will I fucking stop doing these cartoons. So what happens is, he does one more to all of the Tammany Hall guys. They're all sitting in a circle pointing at the next one. Like, who stole the money? This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And for some reason, that just strikes a chord in people. This is the power of cartoons. They're like, well, wait, maybe he is stealing our fucking money. Oh my goodness, I can't, comply with this. So nobody voted for Tweed in the next election. And because of the cartoons, he goes to jail for fraud and all that shit. So this fat is in jail. He cannot handle it.
Pretty sure he was
I cannot
like on a
be a
boat.
prisoner. I'm Tweed.
Not Bannon, Tweed.
And then
He was like trying to.
so he gets
Oh, yeah, that's
escape.
right. He escapes, goes to Spain.
Escape as a
And then they grabbed him and
common
took him
sailor
back.
on a boat, which is even better
I know my
than
history
a
now.
non-common man in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But the dudes on the boat in Spain, they're like, hey, dude, this is not execute.
Waffle.
Execute. Can I
3.
get a tissue? Can I get a tissue? Can I just do that before the finish? The Spanish people were like, we know the cartoons. But Tweed was like, you can't judge me. He get out of here, dude. Go back
Sesame
to
seeds and shredded lettuce go everywhere.
jail. He did. It's fucking hot in here, and that's not a drunk thing. It's like fucking humid in here.
What
It's
do you-
hot.
Yeah, it's just flipping
It's
flopping.
hot in here. I'm hot.
No, Joe, we're not done with
I think that's a good look for me.
I'm not done with
It's hot. It's hot out. It's cool there. It's a pool. You know how to swim. It's
Okay. Have to take a pause. That special sauce is
I love you. Sorry.
cloying, shall we say.
Are you hot?
No, now I'm freezing and really feeling weird about it. Okay, so after Boss Tweed went to jail, Harper's was like, thank you for your time. Still work here if you want, absolutely. But just draw like fun stuff. Let's not get so political. And he was like, no, I only want to draw what I believe in. No one can stop the arts. No one can stop drawing, dance, literature. That's the truth tellers in this world are the fucking artists. So if you have a kid that's an artist, don't be like, you're a loser. What are you doing with your life? They might someday take down the biggest man in town. Let artists be artists. Unless
The
they're
biggest
like,
man in town.
They have nowhere to go and they're just lip syncing Madonna songs in the subway. But, even that, just see where it goes. Oh,
What do you think about Michael Cera? He was in here. Think he's as much of a chode as he seems like? I kind of feel like maybe he is. Like, at first I was rooting for him.
Well, you use your
I was like, oh, Jesse Eisenberg, just like a poor man's Michael Cera.
So, I mean, it's just like,
I think my opinion might have flipped.
act like you're from Baltimore now. Ready? Ready? Yeah, just like that.
Okay. One more. No meat sweats. Seriously, though, my hair. I could put it back in the White Man Samurai, but that is probably even worse.
The Wild West is Los Angeles. You're dead. You're dead. Everybody's f***ing dead. Where else blues go?
He looked Rin Tin Tin, and he's like, you have jumped like you never jumped before, okay, dude? So he's like, yeah. And Rin Tin Tin jumped it.
That wasn't me. That was on the TV.
Build a pipe.
All right, one more.
Get to LA. There's spies, there's bribery, there's
For what it's worth,
manipulation.
despite Crack's
Alcohol is crazy.
image there, I do feel kind of full. And if I feel full again in a couple hours, it's because of the obese.
You can have the dream of America, and you can stop the witch cop, or you can really have the dream of America and come on after Los Angeles.
You know what? Anytime you wanted a Mexican food, you can get it. Out of a truck from a man or a woman.
We think that everybody wants to be famous. No, we don't. It's not our everyday life.
I love LA.
LA is wonderful.
It's a beautiful place. It's also fake.
There you go. Beautiful place. Fake as shit.
I wanna make
I've
it
never
like-
been there, but that's
it's
my
just
general
like-
opinion.
it's just gonna make shit
Or,
breathe out.
It's like some you see in Double Dare.
oh, come on, word. Not opinion, but my
You get the most adorable Hitler
My feeling?
Hulk Hitler. Okay. Derek. Hello, son. What if I drank all of this at once? You know what the Terminator said. We make our future. Okay. It was so much.
That's what she said.
I'm Seth Weiberg, and today we're going to talk about the creation of the LAPD. In 1847, the leader of the Mexican forces, Andres Pico, signs the treaty that gives California to America. And the Wild West is Los Angeles. You got Californios.
So yeah, I really don't want to finish this.
Utah Indians. You've got Germans. You got French.
like,
You got Jews. But
my body
there's
is
no
telling
police
me,
force. One of the guys that shows up.
"You're
is
good?"
Benjamin Hayes. He's
Not
a
because I
lawyer,
bought it,
and he's like, hey
and my
guys,
mom was
don't
one of those
sweat it.
clean your
I know
plate
American
moms, you
law.
know.
Like, I can help you out. And he
So-
becomes the first ever
And because y'all are watching.
judge of Los Angeles.
I care about you,
He's
too.
like, hope we have a good jail.
fact,
and someone's like, actually, it's
apparently
just
I care
a
more about you
with
than
a
I care about my
log
body.
with 4 chains attached to it.
Which, if you knew my body, isn't really
Oh,
a surprise.
no.
Much bigger fan
So
of
Judge Hayes is like, guys,
my
we
brain
need
and my body just has to be
police
there.
Force. Why
So-
don't we all give a little bit of money? We'll hire a police force and we can be in control of them, tell them what to do. And the people of Los Angeles are like, law enforcement? That's a stupid idea. You stupid f***ing 35-year-old. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where else booze go? I drank it all. Okay, so there's a party. Andres Pico is there. He's like, I love your party. These ranches, cool times, great oldies. And these gamblers here, and they're like, did we get invited to that fiesta? No. Well, you want to go? Yeah. Should we bring anything? I mean, it's nice to bring something. And they show up with a cannon. And they're like, why didn't you guys invite us? This is a coming courtesy. Andres Pico decides in that moment the law.
I'm gonna tell you, I could probably do 5.
The court system.
I mean, I don't
California,
want to. There's no
America, you're stupid as
reasonable
bring in the cannon, and
justification
I have a pistol
for eating
and
5
kill
Big
them.
Macs.
Bang, bang, bang.
I could probably
Hayes
eat
is
5.
like, no.
Even though I really don't want to finish 4.
Everyone else
I
is
could
like,
eat 5.
Oh my god.
But
They don't
10,
think
Jesus
that's a
Christ.
bad idea.
Guzzle.
Instead, they think that's
Like, the sheer willpower,
good idea.
the endurance,
And Andres Pico's like, right.
the
let's
possible
form a
mental
committee,
illness.
A vigilance committee. And he forms this
That's
vigilance
impressive.
committee. And they're like, hey, let's sit around, let's like figure out like who did a bad thing, if they did a bad thing, let's get them. And someone comes to the vigilance committee, they're like, hey, there's a couple murderers in the jail that just escaped. Pico like chases down these two murderers, boom, 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 kills them. And the LA Star, the first newspaper in LA, they're like, form posses, this is a great idea, get the bad guys. And everybody's like, oh my god, we should form a posse. And hanging fever breaks out in Los Angeles. Everyone's like, oh, you're vandalizing that building over there? I'ma hang you. You just stole a horse? I'ma hang you. Oh, you just f***ing murdered someone? I'm definitely gonna hang you. I'll probably shoot you in the street before I even hang you. By 1855, in Los Angeles, there's a murder every single day. It's like the terror dome. Hayes is like, the Vigilance Committee has gone too far. I'm going to issue a warrant to arrest these vigilantes.
Yep.
No one's ever heard of
Slowing down.
vigilantes, but
Still
they're
going,
called vigilantes.
but slowing
I'm
down.
making up this term. Judge Hayes goes out to the homes of the vigilantes, and he's like, I have a warrant.
Two all
for
beef
arrest
patty,
of
special
these
sauce, lettuce,
vigilantes."
cheese, pickles, onions, and
And they're like,
ah, fuck!
In that case,
Two all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun. Big Mac.
I'm gonna stay in my house. And
I think
he's
I
like,
forgot
"Oh,
something in there.
man,
Two all beef
I
patty,
wish
special
these people
sauce
would
with
just come out of their
lettuce,
house so I
cheese,
could try
pickles,
them in
onions, and a sesame
jury
seed
with
bun.
trial."
Two all beef patty, special sauce,
There's
lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a
No
sesame seed
police
bun.
force.
Big Mac.
Thanks, you f***ing-
Two all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce,
What
cheese,
was that?
pickles, onions, on a sesame seed
So bad
bun.
right now, but I'm
Shredded
gonna
lettuce.
And I'm gonna pee, and then we're gonna have good times, great old. So in 1857, someone comes in and they're like, "Hey, Sheriff Barton just got killed." And the Vigilance Committee is like, crazy. You thought it was bad before? He goes like, "You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Everybody's f***ing dead. Blood against the walls. Blood on the streets. Blah blah blah."
Blood in the streets of New Haven.
Dead. Blood everywhere. And at
Don't
the
sing
end
with
of
your
2
mouth full,
weeks,
King.
The LA Star, the newspaper, is finally like, I think we went too far. And Andres Pico is like, I just beheaded so many dudes. You know what? The better way for me is I'm gonna go into the state senate. I'm gonna be a politician. That's the way to do it. Gandhi, MLK. You know, that's how we do it. And so, in 1869, the
Well,
people of Los Angeles
69, dude.
finally say, you know what? We should give a little bit of money and have a police force. And Judge Hayes is like, that's what I asked for in 1852, you f***ing doofuses. And bottom line, that is where the LAPD comes from. Now way of the law. I can't feel my teeth.
Cheers to friendship and a good city of Los Angeles.
I love it here, man. They gave us our dream.
City of Angels.
Yes, sir.
That'll be the goal. I think you beat me. Are you going to turn? Oh, okay. I didn't know that was happening again.
I'm sick of all people on message boards saying we're not really drunk.
You do it so gracefully.
I do, but
That dude's a comedian who looks like the sheriff from Stranger Things.
I'm Eric Edelstein.
Eric Edelstein.
Today we're going to tell the story of Rin Tin Tin,
All right.
Hollywood's first
All right, let's
superstar.
pour.
Our story starts in 1898. Lee Duncan is sent to an orphanage. He's like, dude, Mom, you're dropping me off? And his mom is like, don't worry, it's fine. That's the deal. And he's like, man, all I want is one friend. All I need in this life is one friend. Because he never had anything, man. Well, then World War I happens.
We all know someone who just wants one
to
friend.
France, and here's something. He's like, holy shit.
I guess I'll finish the fries.
You know that sound, huh? He sees a German Shepherd covering 5 puppies. There were 16 million animal soldiers in World War I. And he gives away the mother to somebody who wants the mother, and he gives
These are
away
hitting worse.
all the puppies but 2. He's like, I'm gonna name you Rin Tin Tin and Annette. You just booked.
Cheers.
Oh, God, change. So the war eventually ends, and then Nanette gets very sick, and Nanette passes away. And so all he has is Rin Tin Tin. And so he wasn't sure what he was going to do, but he knew it was going to somehow involve Rin Tin Tin. Only problem, A newspaper
Spoiler.
boy, some Benny Arthur type asshole, comes
Rin
by,
Tin Tin.
throws a stack of newspapers,
Totally got me too'd.
and nails Rin Tin Tin in the leg. And somebody says, this is a time where if your dog's leg breaks in 4 places, unfortunately it's going to have to be probably put down. You're going to get gangrene, you get some weird shit. So he said, man, dog's leg's broken in 4 places. The vets told me it's going to take 9 months. What am I going to do?
Just need a child.
I'm going to train him. And magic's going to happen. Lee trains him to sit. Lee trains him to fetch. Lee trains him to run. This dog is doing something that is amazing. So he brings Rin Tin Tin to the Pasadena Dog Show, and his friend
This
Dog
is
Show
getting
comes
tedious.
along. He's like, hey, you want to do something? What about your dog there? Your dog's pretty cool. Maybe we can make him jump. And then they set up a 11-foot, 8-foot jump. 11-foot, 8-inch jump. He looked at Rin Tin Tin, and he's like, dude, this is your chance. I feel like fate and circumstances placed us here. You just gotta jump. You gotta jump.
Did I mention I have to
Never
do
jumped
shit after
before,
this?
okay, dude? So he's like, yeah, I'll jump. And Rin Tin Tin jumped it.
Whee!
Lee sees Rin Tin Tin jumping. He says, holy shit, movies. This is what Rin Tin Tin's supposed to do. And then they say, Rin Tin Tin, thank God you dropped that. I had no idea where I was going. It was amazing. So basically, Lee Duncan goes over to Warner Brothers. So this guy literally went to the gates and started doing tricks with Rin Tin Tin. Harry Warner saw it, and he's like, look at that dog jump. That dog's pretty good. I'd be interested in what that dog might be offering. Some producer comes out, he's like, yeah, you know, we got a wolf movie, we can use like an extra, you'll be buried in the background. So he came in. The wolf they had a real goddamn wolf.
I really don't
At the
want to
same
finish
time,
these fries,
the lights
man.
was on. The wolf sucked. So they couldn't get this wolf to do the tricks. So Lee jumped up and said, hey, Rin Tin Tin looks like a wolf. They said, Rin Tin Tin, hey man, you think you'd be a wolf? Rin Tin Tin's like, yeah. Then, boom, it's on. Rin Tin Tin crushed. Imagine like Ryan Stiles 96. That's how good Rin Tin Tin was. And Harry Warner says, man, how can we get more money out of that dog?
That's what they say about Blee's mom.
Dude, funny you should ask. I have a script involving this dog. Let's do it. Harry Warner's like, yeah, this script's pretty good. All right, let's do it. And so they make Rin Tin Tin's first movie, and it's huge. The applause went on forever. And Rin Tin Tin went on to make tons of movies. Rin Tin Tin is jumping. Rin Tin Tin is flying. Rin Tin Tin did his own stunts. So he became the biggest star in Hollywood. Warner Brothers goes from it's worth $16 million to $200 million, like that, because of a dog. You could really argue Rin Tin Tin was the best actor in Hollywood at that time. Dude, the first ever Academy Awards. They had actors vote on who the best actor in the world is. Well, when the award for best actor came back, it was won by Rin Tin Tin. At which point they said, we cannot have this. This is embarrassing. We want this award to have some legitimacy.
So
we
close.
cannot give it to a goddamn dog. Then they did a recount. They gave it to some guy named Evil. And then unfortunately, in 1932, Rin Tin Tin dies. And America stops. Like, they cut into every radio broadcast at the time. People are devastated. People are like, oh my God, this is the biggest star in the world. This is the biggest actor in the world. This is the only actor we really love since Valentino, and he's dead. And so people are so sad. People never thought another Rin Tin Tin could come again. And they were right. Dude, Rin Tin Tin to me is the promise of our life. Like, you can come down here with a dream, and if you can do your job, man, it happens.
All right.
This town is